All right, hey, welcome. I'm just doing like a video. I want to say a quick video, but who knows with me on like a Linocut Lenormand, which I bought on Etsy versus like this like hand-drawn deck that I have. I have a crazy setup, so I'm sorry if I hit any microphones or cables or anything, but yeah. I made this bag. I'm sure you can tell. It's got like some fraying and some crazy stuff. So I drew this myself on like a bunch of index cards. And this is supposed to be the guidebook out of like, you know, like I scanned the thing and then I made stickers out of it and then I just stuck them here. Um, I don't really follow these that much, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that aside. And this is drawn by Jamie Sawyer at um I'll probably put the website and stuff in the link just because I don't really want to read it out loud. I've been keeping it in the original tuck box just because it's quite small and I don't really have any bags or anything to put it in, and honestly it's not so inconvenient that I, you know, would want to switch it. You can see it's a bit scuffed, and the cards are a bit scuffed too, because I had been using it, and I actually reorganized it for this video. This is the writer, Clover. You can see that I kind of tried like a slight Linocut style on this card. So when I found these cards, I was like, that's amazing. Except most of mine did not end up being Linocut looking. I kind of just drew whatever, really. Quite like what I did to this. No, the camera's just focused on. But I like that I drew like all these teeny little scales. Sorry, I don't really have a good camera to do this on. Believe me, I would love to. I didn't do any. I mean, like, this is like index cards. I just used the Sakura Micron Pigmas. Oh, and like a gel pen for like the white highlights here. Nothing crazy. I will say having actual cards shuffles much better than index cards. It's just paper. Versus like an actual card stock. I had a dream about a German Shepherd last night. Nothing particularly crazy. There was just one. Not mine, but there was one. I'm actually really happy about this garden picture. I think this is the drawing that took me the longest because of all the stippling and like the little, I don't know what you would call that, wisps that I was doing. The alien is pretty funny on this one. I also quite like my mouse. The cohesion of like a theme on these cards is much nicer than whatever I was doing. My book, it's got a lot of like nothing, but there are like witches runes on the second page. So this is where I went a little bit off the usual. So for the man and woman cards, I kind of went off of like pre-Columbian mythology, where it was like a coyote who had given like the gift of corn, life, and the possum, the feminine, which, you know, eats corn. I just, I'm just, I just do the absolute most to not have people in my cards. I don't know. Not on purpose. I just really like animals. I've actually been trying to not do that as much, to not get as many animal decks. I I just see animals and I'm like, yes, I need the animals. I quite like how I drew this. I like that they both have like spirals going on. I didn't have any particular themes for this deck. Um, I just drew whatever I felt inspired to draw. I didn't have any references to any other Lenormands or other cards or anything. I was just like, just gonna draw my own thing because I didn't like what was out in the market at the time. I find this much more suited to my tastes in style, in how it's not super complicated, but it's still detailed and fun to look at. And I like that it has the numbers like unobtrusively in the corner. I really like this trout that I drew. And finally, the cross. More spirals because I can't get over spirals. So yeah, those are the cards. This is the back. I have no backs here. They're all index cards. Does it shuffle good? It shuffles, I can tell you that much. It's just paper. It's a little hard to grasp because it's quite thin. What about this way? Close enough. and it bends super easily. Can I do overhand? Um, sort of. It tends to like stick together like that. And it like won't come off as easily with my thumb. Like, do you see that big clump it just picked up? They were good for a start, but I didn't really use them because if I don't like handling cards, then I'm just not gonna. But at the same time, I'm really fond of the art I did for this. This took me like 3 days or something, because all I did was wake up, draw this, and then go to sleep, and then wake up, and then do that some more. I'm just shuffling and stuff. I'm sure this is what people actually want to see. They shuffle alright. They're just a bit small. They're like poker sized. Just about. I don't have any poker cards to reference. These are much more nicely behaved, though, when it comes to overhand shuffle. It's really hard to shuffle when I have my microphone and my camera set up, like, blocking the way. I'm just gonna pick this one up. So, I've been reading The Essential Lenormand, and it suggested picking one definition per card, so you're not just, like, confused and divided on which one's the sensuality card, which one's the money card, so I kind of just, like, journaled, like, just one definition per card. So, we have the book and the lily, which I did not number, so I have to go through the entire list. So for me, this is like a card of like maturity, something cultivated. And I did choose this to be like the sexuality, sensuality card. But let's see, with the book, I decided this is more of the one on secrets as a primary thing. Secondary could be knowledge. Usually secrets though. So I suppose this would be like an affair, right? Secrets and sensuality. Or it could be like a long held secret. It really depends on the question being asked. This one's a little more straightforward. So it's the woman and the heart. So someone with your affections, or someone very generous and kind. I tend to read the man and woman cards not straight up as man and woman unless the question asks for it to be. But if it's random like this, then it's usually a person, right? So if I had the man card with me, that would also be like a person. Not necessarily man and woman, right? Because like I could be reading for like the same person or myself over and over again, and it'll just give me like the incorrect gender. But it's like it's a person. That's all you really need to know. It's the current. So say I'm reading for a woman and she's asking about like her boyfriend or something, and I keep pulling this to represent her and this represents her boyfriend. Like, who cares? What matters is it's affirming that it's about them. This deck actually did come with two extras that I have behind me. Um, So this is also the man and woman card, or the woman and man card. And it seems to reference Sawyer's is like, oh gosh, I don't remember what it's called. Like nested tarot or something? I've just been calling it Matryoshka tarot or Matryoshka tarot. I should probably not put accents where I don't know where to put the accents. Where did the man and woman card go? Here we go. So yeah, you could choose between the two of them, but I really liked the leaves and branches of these cards and how like centered it was. And I thought the little etch job and the clothing was really cute. So yeah, I think we are done with our little walkthrough of these cards. I'm just gonna put this back in the box. It's not like my most favorite way of putting them away, especially because like right here, there's like a flap that it keeps getting caught on. And then these things are in the way. But it works for now, because I am running out of space in my drawers for cards. So this is really compact, and I could just leave it on my desk when I do my daily 2 card pulls to kind of study them. I am bad at videos, but it's simply I hate editing. I think that's what it is. If I could just film with a minimal amount of mistakes and not have to edit it afterwards, I would probably put videos out more often. But it is truly the editing process where I'm like, bleh, I don't want to. So you get me not posting videos for like ages. My bad. Anyway, hope you like this. Goodbye. How do I freaking... There we go. Okay, bye.